Hi folks, I'm Raz, and in today's lesson we will practice PTE Academic Speaking Question 3, Describe Image. PTE Describe Image question type is the third prompt type in the real PTE exam, which tests your ability of how well you describe the key points of the image in a short period. This is my score report, and here you can see that I have scored 74 points, which is equivalent to 7.5 bands in IELTS. So here I'd like to share my experience and help you with the tips and tricks so you can get a good band. Taking a look at how we can convert the PTE score to IELTS score. So 86 and above is 9, 83 to 85 is 8.5, 79 to 82 is 8, 73 to 78 is 7.5, and the list goes on. Now in PTE speaking, there are 5 tasks between 27 to 43 minutes. Task 1 is read aloud, task 2 is repeat sentence, which I've already discussed in my earlier videos. Task 3 is describe image, task 4 is retell lecture, and task 5 is answer a short question. And friends, in this video I'm going to share with you task 3, describe image. Taking a look at the duration, it allows 25 seconds time to prepare, and you need to jot down the key points from the given image, and then once the beep sound plays, you have to start describing the image for 40 seconds. It is quite chaotic if you're not very well prepared with the structure of describing an image properly, so make sure you start your answer in 3 seconds of the beep when it starts. In PT exam, you'll encounter different types of images like a bar graph, line graph, table, maps, pie chart, flowchart diagram, Venn diagram. A description of any image or thing is only completed when it has 3 ingredients. The first is introductory statement, second is key highlight points, third is the conclusion. So let's take a look at a sample introductory sentence. Here you can start by saying the given type of image could be a bar graph, pie chart, represents or shows or depicts. These are the different words you can use. Title and then the X and Y axis, if it is a bar graph or line graph, or what the image is about. Now the next is adding the key idea of an image. Compare the highest and the lowest point or the trend of the graph or chart and quantity of each other. You can just include 1 or 2 key points where, say, the highlight of the graph. It is not important to mention all the points. Mention conclusion in the PT describe image. Conclude the graph or image with the overall trend or the future trend by assuming from the graph. Don't worry if you are assuming wrong, then you will not lose the mark. It is just the algorithm that requires the conclusion of the image. The conclusion can be of 6 to 7 seconds when you describe image. Moving on to the tips and strategy, the first is avoid umming or erring while speaking. This will reduce your oral fluency and overall marks. Remember to avoid grammatical mistakes while forming the sentence. Practice the speaking in below format, 10 seconds for introduction, 20 seconds for highlighting key points, and 6 seconds for conclusion. Don't try to speak for full 40 seconds, stop before 36 seconds, because if you will extend your speaking for 40 seconds, then you might miss the conclusion and lose the marks. After completion of the introduction, the next step is to explain the highlighting factor of the graph. You can go to the highest factor and the changing trends within the years mentioned. If you see any constant factor, the lowest factor in the image, you can explain that too, but try to explain it within 20 seconds. Remember, speaking in fluency and pronunciation equal to success. Now let's do some practice. So the first bar graph is about destinations of holiday makers from Indonesia. So a sample answer could be: the given bar graph delineates information about the destinations of holiday makers from Indonesia to various countries such as Australia, Somalia, Korea, Japan, and so on. However, it is clearly visible that the highest number of tourists from Indonesia visited Somalia, which are around 100,000 tourists. Apparently, 800,000 Indonesians also traveled to Japan. The least visited tourist destination placed amongst all is Pakistan, where just around 300,000 people visited there. Overall, Somalia is the most favored destination place amongst the visitors. Now the next bar graph is about home and international students from 2010 to 12. This bar graph measures British home and international student rates for men and women from 2010 to 2012. The highest number of students was in 2012, and these were female British home students. The least number of international students occurred in 2010 and were international women students. In 2012, British male home students and female international students represented the highest number of students in this period of study. In conclusion, we can see from the image that the gender and number of students varied throughout the time period, and there is no clearly identifiable trend. Moving on to the next one, which talks about Australia's share of select countries' coal imports. 2005, 10, and 12 for China, India, Republic of Korea, and Japan. Australia's share of countries' imports of coal in 2005, 10, and 2015. 88% of Indian oil coal was from Australia in 2010, followed by about 81% in 2015. About 50% of China's coal in 2010 was from Australia. The Republic of Korea heavily relies on Australia to supply coal. Australia provides 50% to close to 90% of these four countries' coal needs. The next is an image. So this image represents the manufacture and distribution of clay bricks. Firstly, the clay is dug out of the earth by a digger and sorted on a metal grid and roller. The clay is then mixed with sand and water and shaped in either a cutter or a mold before being dried in a kiln. The kiln operates at different high temperatures, after which the bricks are cooled. Finally, the bricks are packaged and delivered to their destination. This brick making and distribution process is a straightforward and effective way of manufacturing bricks for the building industry. And the last is a picture. The following picture highlights information about the solar system. This is a lovely picture and it shows a number of things. According to this graph, the largest planet is Jupiter. Its color of it is brown. You can see from this graph that the second largest planet is Saturn. The color of it is brown, and the smallest planet is Mercury, followed by Mars, Earth, Venus, Neptune, Uranus. In conclusion, this picture is very informative. Thank you so much, friends, for watching this video, and keep watching more PTE videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.